second and final stream for the night tonight, as we are seeing the Purdy Eagles take on the Billings Wildcats. First for the visiting Purdy Eagles. We got Jake Brown leading off. He's going to be playing center field today for Purdy.
Billings, number 17, Hayden Finder.
SWCL Aldava will hit second. He's on the mound for Purdy. Clay Henderson will be batting third. He is at second base. Andres Aldava will clean up the lineup for Purdy. He's out at third base. Travis Hughes will hit fifth. He is in left field. JJ Felipe will play right field and hit sixth in the lineup. Ezekiel Garcia will hit seventh, play shortstop. Alexis Aldava will be the DH for Josh Brown. He'll bat eighth in the lineup. Boston Gates will be behind the dish for...
That couldn't make it out to today's game. If they want to visit Ozark Sports Reports, you can visit their website on Facebook or YouTube. You can watch this game live with play-by-play feedback.
So Alexis Aldava will DH, hit eighth for Josh Brown, and then Boston Gates will bat ninth and be behind the plate for Purdy. Looking at the defensive lineup for Billings, it will be Jason Satinski out there in left field. Brian Terry will be in center. Zach Bowes is in right field. That's around the horn. Along the infield, it is Grant Heimer there at third. Jake Hendry there at at shortstop. Brandon Garvey will be at second base. Quentin Gold is at first base, and a battery of Mason Ebert and Hayden Fender for Billings. Purdy comes into this game at 13-8. So winner will play Crane in the SWCL championship. Crane coming off of a walk-off. They are 24-3 on this fall season. So after this game, each team will be playing one more game to close out the fall.
Leading off this game for the Purdy Eagles, the center fielder number 2, Jake Brown.
Jake Brown is the man to lead it off here for the Purdy Eagles. And we are just about set to get underway here from Ozark. Check Mish's website. So the first pitch from Fender floats it in there for strike one. We are underway at about 7:0. Looks like 6:57. Looks like on the scoreboard. That pitch outside, strike two. And Brown is quickly behind at 0-2. Billings and Purdy did play. It was a win for Billings. The pitch swung on, a little ground ball. Foul territory. Ebert will not field it. And Brown will have another chance at it in his at-bat. Purdy coached by Josh Hughes and Derek Mann. 1 ball, 2 strikes account to Jake Brown. Here's the pitch. Swung on and foul tipped. And we'll keep it at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, and Brown is down on strikes. And that will bring up the batter, looks like, in SWCL Aldava.
3-3, SWCL Aldava.
SWCL Aldava, the batter for Purdy, facing Billings. The pitch from Fender. Inside on him, it's 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 the count. 1 out to Aldava. Swung on and ripped foul. One ball, 1 strike the count to SWCL Aldava. The pitch from Fender swung on. Oh, right over the head of Fender. It's going to be fielded by the second baseman, and Aldava is going to be safe there at first.
The second baseman, number 5, Clay Henderson.
Brings up Clay Henderson to the plate. Purdy did get the 3 seed in this SWCL tournament. Two springs ago, this Purdy team was dominant. Oh, did they get him? No, they did not. They're at second base. So he's going to wind up there at second. One of the count there to Clay Henderson with Aldava on second. The pitch. It is upstairs. No Thursday night football action here in week 7 of the NFL season. The Chiefs just got a new running back. They assigned Le'Veon Bell to a 1-year deal. Chiefs don't play on Sunday. They'll play on Monday against the Buffalo Bills. Both those teams are 4-1. Buffalo losing to Tennessee. Kansas City lost to Las Vegas. If you're going to ask me what on the Chiefs game, my answer is, where was the defense? Where was the defense in that game? 3 balls and 2 strikes. There to Clay Henderson. He's the second baseman today for Purdy. The pitch swung on and a ground ball. That's going to be past the shortstop, and for a base hit, that's going to score Aldava, and that's going to put Purdy on the board early, making it a 1-0 Purdy lead here in the
third baseman, number 25,
here
Aldava.
Here in the top of the first inning with Andreas Aldava coming to the plate. One nothing our score in favor of Purdy. Sun just about to come down here, or is pretty much set here in Ozark. Oh, did they get him? Oh, they do. They get the double play as we're now going to head on to the bottom of inning number 1. It is a 1-0 Purdy lead.
Fielder number 16, Brian Terry.
Welcome back to U.S. Ballpark here in Ozark, Missouri. You're seeing the Purdy Eagles take on the Billings Wildcats. Billings is the 2 seed. They're facing 3-seeded Purdy. Swung on, a ball hit the other way. And Terry will be out, and that will send out the batter in Jake Henry to the plate. To the plate, Jake Henry. Billings is the 2 seed. Purdy the 3 seed. Purdy leads it by a score of 1-0. In the last game, you saw Crane walk off Galena. It was an 8-7 win for Crane. And they're on to the championship round as they will take on either Billings or Purdy. One ball, 2 strikes. The count to Jake Henry. Here is the pitch. Swung on, and a ball hit the other way into right field. And it's going to be another flyout, so we have 2 outs. And that sends up Hayden Fender, the starting pitcher for Billings. On the bench for Billings looks like this, with Cole Plowman, Mike Terry, Chase Virch, and Noah Woody. As the inning will come to a close, we're headed now to the top of the 2nd inning. It is 1-0 in favor of Purdy.
Left fielder number 1, Travis Hughes.
Travis Hughes, the batter for Purdy. Currently sitting here in the top of the 2nd inning. Purdy comes in at 13-8. We're not sure what the record is for Billings. One low the count. The pitch swung on, and a fly ball into foul territory. This is going to be a foul ball into the seats. Once again, we are here at U.S. Ballpark here in Ozark, as they have elected to host the SWCL tournament, the semifinals and the championship in 3rd place games. Galena will be playing in the third place game against either Billings or Purdy. The pitch from Fender will be a ball 2-1 there to Travis Hughes. Here's the pitch, swung on in a fly ball. Who's going to get it? The first baseman in Quentin Gold has it for out number 1. Here in the top of the first, top of the second inning, brings up J.J. Felipe to the plate for Billings. If you didn't watch our last game, it was Crane walking off against Galena 8-7. A throw, they get him there at first, and we got 2 outs.
The shortstop, number 12, Ezekiel Garcia.
Brings up Ezekiel Garcia to the plate. He is playing shortstop today for Purdy. Standing here once again in the top of the second inning. Pitch. Floats it in there for a ball, and it's 1-0. One nothing our score in favor of Purdy. Next pitch, going to be a strike, and it's 1-1. Next pitch. 2-1 the count there to Ezekiel Garcia. That one is fouled back. 2-2 the count. Once again, we are here at US Ballpark here in Ozark. The 2-2, as that is going to be a ground ball. But it's going to be a foul ball, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Ezekiel Garcia at the plate for Purdy. The pitch. It's going to be blocked. One nothing our score in favor of Purdy. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that's going to be a little ground ball to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it, and they can't find the ball. They're kind of bobbled off of his glove. And we're going to have a man on first.
Hitter number 15, Alexis Aldaba.
Brings up Alexis Aldaba. Oh, and 1 the count to Alexis Aldaba. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball into foul territory. No one's going to get that one. And it's 0-2 the count. Looking at dimensions for US Ballpark, it is 330 down the line. It's about 375 to left and right center, and 400 to straightaway center. As Aldaba goes down looking, we're headed now to the bottom of the second inning. It is 1-0 in favor of Purdy. We welcome you back to U.S. Ballpark here in Ozark. Has Quentin Gold grounded out, and we got one out, and that sends up the batter in Mason Ebert. Ebert's catching tonight for Billings. Want to know the count there to Mason Ebert. The pitch outside, and it is 2-0. It's going to be a foul ball there off of the bat of Mason Ebert. 2-1 the count to Ebert here in the bottom half of the second inning. The pitch swung on, and that is going to be, oh, that's not going to be a caught. That will be a base hit there for Ebert. And that sends up the batter in Levi Essick, the DH for Billings.
Designated hitter, Levi Essick.
Levi Essick, the batter for Billings. He is hitting for the left fielder in Jason Szynski. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Levi Essick. The pitch. Here goes the throw down to second base. Did they get him? Oh, they got him there at second base. As Purdy is able to get the lead runner from first, stealing second. And Ebert is going to be caught stealing, or excuse me. Gold will. So yes, Ebert will be caught stealing there on second base, and they wipe the bases clean. That's Purdy defense. Fly ball will go foul, and it's 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, the count to Levi Essick. It is a 1-0 Purdy lead here in the second inning of play. A walk will be issued there to Essick with 2 away here in the so with 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. Sends up Zach Bowes to the plate. Two outs in the inning. First pitch to him is a strike, and it's 0-1 there to Zach Bowes. We did see Billings play in the Crane Fall Woodbat tournament. We also saw them play against Crane.
And then just put the 205 back in the envelope over there.
Okay, sounds good.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Zach Bowes. Currently sitting here in the bottom of the second inning. 2-2 the count, 2 outs to Zach Bowes. As now Bowes goes down swinging on strikes, smacks to dirt. We're headed now to the third inning. It's a 1-0 Purdy lead. Welcome back to U.S. Ballpark here in Ozark. It is the top of the third inning with Boston Gates going to show the bunt as he pulls it away, and it's strike one. There to Boston Gates, the catcher for Purdy. So it's Gates, Brown, and Aldava. Little ground ball will be a base hit there for Boston Gates, as he'll be on for the first time tonight. That will send up the batter there in Jake Brown to the plate. Jake Brown, the batter for Purdy. So he tried to bunt that one, but it's going to be a strike, and it's 0-1. Once again, winner plays Crane. Will it be Purdy or will it be Billings? See you tomorrow. Little ground ball in the foul territory, but it's going to remain as 1 ball, 2 strikes there to Jake Brown, the leadoff man for Purdy. So we'll be back here tomorrow night, as it will be the SWCL championship game, or also be the SWCL third place game of this SWCL tournament. Galena will be playing in the third place game. They'll take on either Purdy or Billings. A fly ball. Who's going to get it? The first baseman Gold drops it. And Brown's going to go back to the plate. So he'll get another crack at it. Currently here in the top of the third inning, it is a 1-0 Purdy lead, as Purdy's already clubbed 4 hits. Billings, on the other hand, has only had 1 hit. Ground ball to the shortstop. They throw, and no one's going to be out on the bases. That will send up the batter in SWCL Aldava.
Number 23, SWCL Aldava.
SWCL Aldava, the batter. He's the pitcher today for Purdy. Nothing in 1 the count there to SWCL Aldava. The 0-1, no, they didn't throw. Here's the 0-1 swung on, and a fly ball into foul territory. It's going to be a foul ball into the seats. It'll make it 0-2. Runners at first and second for Purdy here in the the top half of inning number 3. This game's pretty much been in cruise control. One of these teams will play Crane. Will it be Purdy or will it be Billings? A ground ball. Second baseman throws on to first. And they keep the runners there at at second and third with one out. And that sends up the batter, looks like, in Clay Henderson to the plate.
Number 5, Clay Henderson.
Clay Henderson, the batter for Purdy. Still 1-0 our score in favor of Purdy. Purdy scored their lone run back in the top of the first inning. So will it be Crane or will it be Purdy? Or pardon me, will it be Billings or will it be Purdy to play Crane? And will it be Purdy or will it be Billings to play Galena in the third place game? That will be tomorrow afternoon at 4:30. The championship game will be at 7 o'clock tonight. Or earlier, depending on how that game will go. That's going to be a base hit scoring 2 runs. That's going to give Purdy a 3-0 lead here in the So that's going to give Purdy the 3-0 lead here in the third inning.
Number 25, Andreas Aldaba.
Brings up Andreas Aldaba to the plate. So Purdy with the Purdy with the lead. It's 3-0 in favor of Purdy. Purdy wearing the black and gold. Their white jersey. So they're white jerseys with a little bit of black and gold. They're white pants. The black hats with the white on the front. Billings wearing their blue jerseys, their white pants, So Billings wearing their blue jerseys, their white pants, their blue and white caps. As we see a coach's visit coming out for Purdy. Looks like that would be Coach John Craig come out. So in the Major League Baseball playoffs, the LA Dodgers are playing the Atlanta Braves right now. That game may have just gotten over with between the Braves and the Dodgers, so I'm not sure if Atlanta's won or if LA stole another game from Atlanta. And on the American League side, the Tampa Bay Rays will be taking on the Houston Astros. That the Braves-Dodgers game? What inning? So on that. So in the bottom of the 8th inning, it's tied between the Rays and the Astros.
Astros have played.
So the Astros are the home team. Because it's a 3-3 score between Houston and Tampa Bay. So the game between LA and Atlanta looks like has started tonight, has already just gotten underway. They're in Arlington, Texas, as looks like Henderson goes down on strikes.
Number 1, Travis Hughes.
Aldaba goes down on strikes, and that brings up the batter in Travis Hughes to the plate. And once again, no Thursday night football this week. As there have been some postponements going on in the NFL due to players testing positive for this ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Players, staff members. We even had a college coach, Coach Saban from Alabama, has also tested positive for the coronavirus. And also LSU and Florida. That was going to be the primetime game on Saturday night. That game has been postponed due to COVID-19 cases, we believe, for Florida. That's a fly ball into foul territory. Who's going to get it? Who got that one? I don't think someone got that one as it falls into the Purdy dugout. Travis used the batter for Purdy once again. Nothing into the count. Fender on the mound. The pitch. It's going to be a strike 3 as Hughes goes down on strikes. And we are going to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It is a 3-0 game as Purdy leads this one. Brandheimer, the batter for Billings here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That will be a fly ball, and it is going to be out number 1.
Brings up number 3, Braden Garvey.
Brings up Braden Garvey to the plate.
All right, cool. See you guys tomorrow.
One out here in the inning to Braden Garvey.
Yeah. So they're not doing gripper on Fridays now, or?
Nope.
Just Sundays?
Sunday games.
Oh, okay.
Nothing in one out to Braden Garvey. Here's the pitch. Strike, says the on-plate umpire. It's 0-2. Nothing in 2 the count there to Braden Garvey. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, and Garvey's down on strikes. That resets the lineup for Brian Terry.
Number 16, Brian Terry.
Brian Terry, the batter. So none of these players are wearing metal cleats, or as we like to call them, spikes. U.S. Ballpark does have a strict rule for sunflower seeds, gum, and spikes. They can wear molded cleats, but no spikes are allowed here at U.S. Ballpark. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Brian Terry. The pitch will be a strike at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Here to Brian Terry. Here's that next pitch. Oh, strike 3 freezes him there, and that will send this game on to the top of the 4th inning. We're just cruising right along. It is a 3-0 Purdy lead. Welcome back to US Ballpark here in Ozark. JJ Felipe is the batter for Purdy here in the 4th inning of play. That is going to be a fly ball. That's going to be a foul ball. Two balls and a strike there to JJ Felipe. The pitch from Fender outside, and it is 2-1. Scoring history so far: Purdy has scored 1 run back in the 1st. They scored 2 in the 3rd. Billings, I see goose eggs on the scoreboard. Billings is ranked higher, so we could see an upset tonight between Purdy and Billings. That is, if Purdy was to hold on to their lead for the next three innings of play, and if they can keep Billings scoreless and just keep him off the bases. The pitch outside, and it's 3-2 the count there to JJ Felipe. One ball, 2 strikes, and Felipe is down on strikes, and that will send up the batter. Looks like in Ezekiel Garcia. One out here in the inning for Ezekiel Garcia. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, and it is strike 1 there to Ezekiel Garcia. Here's that next pitch. Swing and a miss, and it is one ball, 2 strikes to count to Ezekiel Garcia. The pitch, inside, and it is 2-2, up and in on Ezekiel Garcia. Once again, if you're not able to make it this game, come on in. Tell us how we're doing on our stream. We are here at US Ballpark in Ozark, as that is going to be a foul ball. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Outside, and that is going to be a strikeout there to Ezekiel Garcia.
Number 15, Alexis Aldaba.
Brings up Alexis Aldaba with 2 outs here in the 4th inning of play. We're just in cruise control right now. We're not even an hour into our stream tonight. Here's the pitch from Fender. Going to be a strike, and it is 0-1. Once again, we are here at US Ballpark. As a fly ball. Who's going to get it? Looks like it will be dropped in for a base hit.
Catcher number 14, Boston Gates.
That brings up Boston Gates to the plate for Purdy. Here in the the top of the 4th inning of play. 2 outs in the inning. Got a man on first. like the courtesy runner for Purdy is going to be Josh Brown, the pinch runner for Alexis Aldaba. 2 outs in the inning. The pitch is going to be a fly ball. Who's going to get it? The shortstop has it for out number 3. And a scoreless inning comes up for Purdy. We're going to head on to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is 3-0 in favor of Purdy.
Number 10, Jacob Henry.
Jake Henry, the batter for Billings. Here in the bottom of the 4th. It is a 3-0 Purdy lead, so Billings is going to try and get back onto the scoreboard. Let's see if they can get their first runs of the game. They've been held scoreless through 3 innings of play. Strike, says the home plate umpire. It is 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here to Jake Henry. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it is 1-2. So far, we just cruised right through this game. In the last game, it was cruising right through the first innings of play. Oh, strike 3, and Henry is down on strikes. That sends up the batter, it looks like, and Hayden Fender, the pitcher for Billings. He's going to be batting from the right side, facing SWCL Aldava on the mound. SWCL Aldava has looked sharp today. Only allowed 1 hit so far. That's going to be a fly ball. Oh, that's going to get down for a base hit. Hayden Fender had passed first, and he's going to be stopping there at second base, and he's going to be on there for a stand-up double.
Number 5, Quentin Gold.
That brings up Quentin Gold to the plate. So let's see if SWCL Aldava will can keep this game scoreless here in the 4th and send this game on to the 5th inning of play. The pitch, check the swing, and it is 0-1. Here's the next pitch. Check the swing again. And it's 0-1. Nothing in 2. The count actually to Gold. Is that one is going to be a fly ball. And there's out number 2 here in the bottom of the 1st inning. So Fender holds on second base. And that brings up the batter, looks like, in Mason Ebert to the plate.
Number 2, Mason Everett.
Mason Ebert, the batter for Billings. So if Purdy is to keep their lead, they will play Crane tomorrow night. That will be a fly out, and that will end the inning. We're heading on to the 5th inning. This game is in cruise control. It is 3-0 in favor of Purdy. Welcome back here in the top of the 5th inning of play. It's a 3-0 game between Billings and Purdy. Purdy has a lead. One or 1-0 our score in favor of so 1-0 our score, or pardon me, 3-0 our score in favor of Purdy here in the bottom of the or top of the 5th inning. Purdy has already had 7 hits so far. Billings has had 2. These two teams have played airless baseball so far on the field. Two balls and 2 strikes to count there to what it looks like in Jake Brown as he makes it to second base. That sends up the batter in SWCL Aldava.
Number 23, SWCL Aldava.
SWCL Aldava, the batter for Purdy. Sitting in the top of the 5th inning of play. The winner of this game will play Crane tomorrow night. Loser will play Galena for 3rd place. The pitch outside, and it is 1-0. 1-0 the count there to Aldava. Throw down to second base. Did they get him? They got him there at second base as Jake Brown is wiped off the bases. And they got they got 1 out here in the top half of the 5th inning. Here's a pitch from Fender. Swung on, and a little ground ball. Who's going to get it? That's going to fall in front of the center fielder for a base hit. And Aldava will stop at first base for a single. With 1 out here in the inning, that sends up the batter. Looks like in Clay Henderson at the plate.
Clay Henderson.
Henderson, the batter for Purdy. Want to know the count there to Clay Henderson. The pitch upstairs, and it is 2-0 the count there on Clay Henderson. So we're getting late in the second game. It is a 3-0 Purdy lead. Purdy so far has clubbed 9 hits so far. Billings has only been held to 2 hits. That's going to hit Henderson. That's going to put him on base. With 1 out here in the inning, that sends up the batter in Andres Aldava, the third baseman for Purdy.
Number 25, Andreas Aldava.
Andres Aldava, the batter for the Eagles. Eagles in the black and gold. The Wildcats in the blue and gold, just like Crane. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, and it is strike 1, 0-1 there to Andres Aldava. Nothing in 1 to count the pitch. Outside, and it is 1-1. One and 1 the count to Andreas Aldava. The pitch swung on, and a ground ball. Oh, right past the third baseman for a base hit. That's going to score in, looks like Aldava. And that will, and it's going to make it now a 4-0 Purdy lead here in the 5th inning. So Purdy scoring.
Number 1, Travis Hughes.
Scoring all their runs in the odd-numbered innings. So far, Billings has been held scoreless so far through 4 innings of play. Travis Hughes, the batter for Purdy. It's a 4-0 Purdy lead here in the bottom of the 5th, or in the top of the 5th inning. As Purdy has scored their runs in the odd-numbered innings. They scored 1 in the first inning. They scored 2 in the third. That's going to squeeze in another run, and that makes it now a 6-0 Purdy lead. So Purdy is 4 runs away from a run rule here in the top of the 5th inning, as they could upset Billings tonight. Purdy leads it by a score of, they are down. So they are 5 runs away from the run rule. They have had 10 hits so far. So Purdy 5 runs away from a run rule. And it's 1-1 the count. There to Travis Hughes. Here's a pitch. Strike, says a home plate umpire. It is 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 the count. It is a 5-0 Purdy lead. The pitch. Oh, that's going to be a foul ball back to the screen. 1-2. One out in the inning. Got a man on third for Purdy. We're in the top half of inning number 5. The pitch. Outside, and it is 2-2. And the pitch. Swung on, hit off the end of the bat. That's going to be a base hit there past the shortstop. That's going to score in. That will score in Aldaba.
Number 9, JJ Felipe.
Sends up JJ Felipe with a man on first. And it's 6-0 Purdy here in the top half of the 5th inning. So Purdy is on the brink of upsetting Billings. That is a fly ball, and that is a foul ball off towards the bleachers. 0-1 the count to JJ Felipe. We have a man on first base for Purdy. The pitch. That's a fly ball, and that's a foul ball. Here for JJ Felipe, and it's 0-2 the count. There to Felipe. We'll be back here tomorrow night, as it will be the championship game that you'll be seeing tonight, or tomorrow night, excuse me. It will be featuring Crane and either Purdy or Billings, a fly ball. Who's going to get it? Looks like the third baseman in Heimer got it. And there's out number 2 here in the 5th inning.
Number 12, Ezekiel Garcia.
Brings up Ezekiel Garcia to the plate. With 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning of play. Purdy has clubbed 11 hits so far, and Billings has been held at 2. The pitch. With a ball 1-0. The count there to to Ezekiel Garcia. 2-0 the count. There to Garcia. Pitch swung on and hit foul. And it's 2-1. So Garcia working the count, which is one thing that Coach Hughes would want to do, is have his players work the count. Three balls and a strike. Pitch swung on. Oh, right past the right past the pitcher's glove, and that is going to put runners at first and second with 2 outs. That sends up the batter in Alexis Aldaba. He's a DH for Purdy. 1 out here in the inning for Alexis Aldaba. Two outs in the inning for Aldaba. 1-0 the count. They're on Aldaba. pitch inside on him, and it's going to hit him. That's going to load up the bases full of Eagles. And that will bring up the batter, looks like, in Boston Gates to the plate.
Brings up the catcher, number 14, Boston Gates.
Boston Gates is the catcher for Purdy. Here in the bottom, or in the top of the fifth inning of play. Bases loaded, 2 outs. In the bottom of inning number 5. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a strike 0-1 there to Boston Gates. The next pitch to him is another one. It's going to be a ball 1-1. "12 hits so far that Billings has been out hit by Purdy. So Purdy has out hit Billings 12-2. They lead Billings by a score of 6-0. That's going to get us out of the inning. We're going to go to the bottom of the fifth inning. It's a 6-0 Purdy lead. Levi Essick, the batter for Billings, here in the bottom of the fifth inning of play. We are just cruising right through. So far, scoreless innings for Billings, as that's a fly ball. And that is going to be a fly out. Billings has only been held to two hits on the night.
Number 11, Zach Bowes.
Zach Bowes, the batter for Billings. So Purdy is is 7 defensive outs away from going to the SWCL championship. This will be the third meeting between Crane and Purdy in the SWCL championship. That is if Purdy is to make it. They currently lead Billings by a score of 6-0. The pitch floats it in there. It's going to be a strike, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch swung on, a little ground ball, and it's going to be a foul ball. 1-2 the count. 1 out to Zach Bowes. The pitch swung on and missed, and Bowes is down on strikes. And that will send up the batter, it looks like, in Grant Heimer.
Number 13, Grant Heimer.
Grant Heimer, the batter for Billings, batting from the right side. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a ball 1-0 there to Grant Heimer. So what is the headlines tonight in this game? It's all Purdy tonight. They have scored in the odd numbered innings tonight. Nice play there by the third baseman. Oh, he fumbled. Stop. Excuse me. He tripped as he made the throw, but they get out of the inning, and we're headed now to the top of the 6th inning. It is a 6-0 Purdy lead. Welcome back to U.S. Ballpark here in Ozark, Missouri.
6th inning. Number 2, Jake Brown.
We're in Christian County as it is a 6-0 lead for Purdy. As they could head off to the championship game. They are just 6 defensive outs away from going to the championship. They will meet 24-3 Crane. And that Crane team, they are going to be a tough task. Crane has not lost a game since September 5th. As you know, that win streak that they have is in jeopardy. It's been in jeopardy pretty much every time they took in the field. Two balls, no strikes to count. Three and one the count there to so Brown draws a walk and he's going to be back on base. So it's a 3-2 count to Jake Brown. That sends up the batter in OCL Aldava. He has looked sharp today on the mound. Only allowed 2 hits so far. But for Purdy, the offense has been at work tonight. They have spanked just 12 hits so far against Billings. (6-0) our score in favor of Purdy. Purdy comes from Berry County. Billings comes from the Christian County Panhandle. Swung on and off, and a fly ball into the shortstop. He's going to have it for out number 1 here in the 6th inning.
To the plate, number 5, Clay Henderson.
Brings up Clay Henderson to the plate. So once again, 12 hits have been recorded for Purdy, just 2 for Billings. They did take Fender out of the game. I'm not sure who the new pitcher is for Billings.
Garden.
So it's Braden Garby, the new pitcher who came in from second base. Fender moved over to first. And Gold looks like moved to, I think Gold moved to third. And Heimer moved to second base, if I'm correct. 0-1 the count with, once again, Braden Garby on the mound. Pitch to Henderson, swung on, and a fly ball. This is going to be trouble, and that's going to score in a run. That's going to make it now 7-0 Purdy. That's going to move him to third base, and he's going to be on third for an RBI triple with 1 out here in the top half of the 6th inning. So Purdy scoring in odd numbers. That's a thing of the past, as they've just scored 1 run here in the 6th. That sends up Andreas Aldaba to the plate. Andreas Aldaba at the plate. Pitch swung on and a ground ball past the third baseman. That's going to score in another run, making it 8-0 in favor of Purdy here in the 6th. So Purdy looking to run rule Billings.
Number 1, Travis Hughes.
Brings up Travis Hughes to the plate. So Purdy needs just 2 more runs if they want to make the run rule come into play. And that is if they end this game, and that means they will end this game in the bottom of the 6th inning if Billings is not able to score. If Billings is to score, then this game will see the 7th. 1 ball, no strikes to count, 1 out to Travis Hughes. The pitch swung on and a ground ball to the first baseman. Steps on the bag, and they move a runner to third. And that's going to bring up the batter, looks like, in
Number 4, Matt Cornelius.
Brings up Matt Cornelius to the plate. Coming off the bench, he's going to be pinch hitting for, looks like, for J.J. Felipe. As they get him out, and that will send this game on to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's an 8-0 Purdy lead. Bottom of the sixth inning kicking off here at U.S. Ballpark here in Ozark, Missouri. U.S. Ballpark is the home of the Michigan State Championships going on from 2021 to 2025. So the Final Four and the state championship rounds will be played here at U.S. Ballpark. And the third place game at Fourth State will be played coming up in June. Also, U.S. Ballpark is home for the Summer Collegiate League, the Show Me Collegiate League, along with Drury Baseball and Grip and Rip. 3-0 the count there to, looks like, Chase Virch. Pitch is going to be hit foul. And it's 3-1 the count. There to Chase Virch, the batter. So if I'm correct, Chase Virch is hitting for, I think, Grant Heimer, if I'm correct. 3 balls and a strike to Virch. The pitch swung on and missed, and it is now 3 balls, 2 strikes. Billings so far has only had a couple base runners on tonight. They've only had 2 hits tonight. The pitch from Aldava swung on in a ground ball to the shortstop, throw on to first, and he's out at the play, or he's out at first here in the 6th, and that will bring up the batter, Brian Terry, to the plate. So Virch was pinch hitting for Braden Garby, as Garby came in to pitch for Fender. He's given up 2 runs so far. Fender, on the other hand, he has given up, so far he has given up 6 runs so far. Brings up the batter now in Jake Henry to the plate.
Number 10, Jacob Henry.
Jake Henry, the batter for Billings here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Purdy has clubbed 14 hits so far. They've out-hit Billings 14-2. One and 0 the count, 1 out to Jake Henry. The pitch outside, and it is 2-0. Two 2-0 the count there to Jacob Henry. Two balls, a strike. Here's a pitch from Aldava, and the ball gets away. Three balls and a strike. Coming up to about 8:15 here on this Thursday evening. We'll be back here tomorrow night. It will be the SWCL Championship as Jake Henry draws a walk. That will send up the batter in Hayden Fender, now the first baseman for Billings. Let's see if he can give Billings their third hit of the night. The pitch swung on in a ground ball. This is going to be right to the third baseman. Throw on to first, and they get out of the inning. We're heading on to the seventh inning. It is an 8-0 Purdy lead. Welcome back to U.S. Ballpark here in Ozark. We're in the 7th inning of play. Batter for Purdy looks like is Ezekiel Garcia. He is the shortstop for Purdy, facing, looks like, Quentin Gold on the mound. 1 ball, 1 strike. Once again, Purdy has held Billings to just 2 hits so far. They've also held him scoreless. It'll be a foul ball. That's going to wake someone up tonight. Just getting close to about 8:30 here on this Thursday evening here at U.S. Ballpark here in Ozark. One ball, 2 strikes. No outs here in the inning.
Saying that Acuna or Ozuna has a run in an RBI and there's only 1 run, so kind of you don't know.
So it looks like former Cardinal Marcell Ozuna was able to get the Braves tied up. So I think he drove in a run, or no, he may have scored a run. I don't know who scored. It may have been a base hit by someone.
Number 6, Josh Brown.
Josh Brown, the batter for.
Yeah, it was Ozuna homer.
So it was a Marcell Ozuna home run to tie up the game between the Braves and the Dodgers. Ball gets away. Want to know the count there to Josh Brown in our game. No outs here in the inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on and a ground ball right to the shortstop. Throw on to first. Gets him for out number 1. And that will send up the batter. Looks like in Braden Darby.
3, Trey Hughes.
Or excuse me, Trey Hughes, the batter, will come in for Purdy. So Purdy using pinch hitters late in the game tonight. Want to know the count, 1 out to Trey Hughes. The pitch downstairs, and it is 1-1. 1 out in the inning. So once again, it was a Marcell Ozuna home run to tie up the game between the Braves and the Dodgers. Ozuna, who is a former St. Louis Cardinal from last year. So the Cardinal curse has hit Marcell Ozuna. It also has hit Tommy Pham along with Randall Grichuk. I can name a list of players who have hit the Cardinal curse. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Only 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Two and two the count. There to Trey Hughes as he's down on strikes. Sends up the batter in Jake Brown, as they were pinch hitting for Alexis Aldaba and Boston Gates, with Jake Brown now at the plate with 2 outs here in the inning. They got a man on second. The pitch is going to be a ball there at 1 and... Wait, hold on a second. Swung on and missed. Now that one is strike 1, so they called it no pitch. From that first pitch there from Gold. So Purdy 3 outs away from going to the championship for the 3rd straight year. They won it back in 2018. Lost it last year to Crane, who will win it this year in 2020. Crane, who has been to the championship for 5 consecutive years. 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, and now 2020. Pirates are the reigning SWCL champs from last year, so let's see if they can stay as the SWCL champs. Swung on and a ground ball right to him, but it's going to be into the outfield for a base hit that scores a run. Makes it 9-0. Purdy here in the top half of the 7th inning with 2 outs here in the inning.
At the dish, number 23, SWCL Aldala.
Brings up SWCL Aldava. Aldava, not Aldaba. Aldava. Aldava could be staying on for a complete game. Two outs here in the inning. Swung on and a ground ball. Oh, right past the shortstop for a base hit. That's going to score another run, making it 10-0 Purdy. Here in the top of the 7th. They kind of threw the ball around the outfield. So with 2 outs, let's see if they can keep it going. That's Clay Henderson out at the plate with a man on.
Number 5, Clay Henderson.
With a man on second, that's SWCL Aldava. He's going to look to extend the inning to Andreas Aldava with 2 outs here in the inning. The pitch is a strike at 0-1 there to Clay Henderson. The next pitch, swung on, a little chopper to the shortstop, throw on to first. And that is how the top of the 7th inning comes to a close. We're going to head on to the bottom of the 7th inning. Last chance coming up for Billings. They trail it by a score of 10-0. Welcome back to US Ballpark. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. This is the final hope for Billings. Purdy is 3 outs away from going to the championship game, where they will face Crane. 1-0 the count to Quentin Gold. He was the new pitcher. Now 2-0 the count to Gold. Next pitch, upstairs. It's 3-0 the count. The next pitch. And a walk will be issued there to Quentin Gold, so that will send out, looks like Coach Derek Mann out to the mound. He's going to calm things down with SWCL Aldava, with Mason Everett coming to the plate, as he'll look to once again just get these last 3 outs of the game. Then after that, Purdy will move on to the championship, and they will take on Crane. 24-3 Crane. This is going to be a heavyweight battle. Number 1 versus number 3. A ground ball to the third baseman. Throw on to first. Did they get him? Oh, they got him there at first base, and that is
Wow.
a nice play there by the third baseman. Looks like that was Andres Aldava. Good field.
Purdy, Levi Essig.
It's a good ground ball fielded there by Andreas Aldaba. That brings up Levi Essick to the plate. Essick batting from the right side with one out. The pitch downstairs is going to be a strike, and it is 0-1 there to Levi Essick. 0-1 the count, one out to Levi Essick. Here's the pitch downstairs, and it is 1-1. One and one the count to Essick. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, and it is 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. 1 out to Levi Essick. The pitch. Calls it a ball, and it is 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-2 the count, actually. 2-2. Pitch. Now 3-2, so it's a full count. Purdy tonight has clubbed 15 hits so far. Billings has only had 2 hits, a throw on the first, and we got 2 outs, and the Wildcats are down to their last out of the game. Eagles are 1 out away from going to the championship, and they will take on Crane. Brings up Zach Bowes to the plate. The final hope for Billings. Here's the pitch. Check the swing, and it is strike 1. And now the Eagles are 2 strikes away. Ball gets away, but they won't advance the runner. Billings has had not many base runners on tonight. I'm going to guess they probably had just 3 base runners so far. They've been sat down by SWCL Aldava's perfect pitching. Upstairs, and it is 2-1. The next pitch swung on, and a foul ball, and the Wildcats are down to their final strike of the night. Eagles are 1 strike away from going to the championship of the SWCL tournament. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and nope, we're going to do it again. Foul tipped. So it looked, I thought he missed. I thought he swung and missed at it.
Yeah, I think he got a piece of it.
So he did get a little piece of it, so he stays alive. Got a man on third base, so that could be Billings' first run upstairs, and it is it's like 2-2 the count from what it looks like. The pitch swung on, and that's going to be a foul ball, and we're going to do it again. Billings is battling here in the top half of the 7th inning.
Okay, get working with you.
Here's the 3-2, and that's going to be a strike 3 called or strike 3 swinging, as the Purdy Eagles are going to be moving on to the SWCL championship game. They will take on Crane. Billings will take on Galena tomorrow night. So don't go away. We're going to have our post-game show coming up in just a few minutes. So stick around, everybody. Welcome back to ULS Ballpark here in Ozark, here with the winning pitcher today of the Purdy Eagles, OCL Aldava, after throwing a scoreless gem today on the mound, only allowing just 2 hits today to Billings. So, OCL, what was the factor that you were working with on the mound tonight?
You know, it all starts with practice. Like, we throw bullpens, we go hard in practice. It all starts there, and we brought that mentality into the game, and we finished it, and that's what game final was.
Game final was. So you guys did play Billings back at Billings, I believe 2 weeks ago, and it was not the outcome you guys wanted when you guys played Billings. So what did Coach Hughes educate you guys, and what did he lecture you guys to get another crack against Billings?
No, we lost the first game, and we had another shot at him today, and he just put that mentality in that every team is beatable. That every team is beatable, and we just had that outcome tonight.
You guys just did have that outcome tonight. So now it's a 14-8 record so far. And let's talk about offense. Offense score had 15 hits so far, 10 runs. Both you and Billings played airless baseball. So what were the factors on defense and on offense?
You know, defense, we didn't have any errors. You know, that helps a lot. That helps a lot to keep them at 0. And offense, you know, we looked great out there today. We had a bunch of hits. We had all them runs scored, and you know, it all starts with Coach Mann and at practice. He's our hitting coach, and he makes us look good out there.
He does make you guys look good out there tonight. Now it's going to be on to the SWCL championship. Crane, Purdy, round 3. Round 3 between Crane and Purdy. So what's it going to be if you want to take out 24-3 Crane tomorrow night?
You know, we're gonna have to come out and play. They're a good team. They're a very good ball club, and we gotta come out like we did today.
It's very fine words you had to say to Coach John Craig of the Billings Wildcats. What would be your words to Coach Craig of the Billings Wildcats?
You guys had a heck of a game, and you know, keep battling, and you know, get the next one.
Appreciate the time, OCL Aldava. Congratulations on your win tonight on the mound. Let's go get Crane tomorrow night.
Yep, thank you.
OCL Aldava now will see the head coach of the Purdy Eagles, Coach Josh Hughes. As now I'm sitting down with Coach Josh Hughes of the Purdy Eagles after that 10-0 win over Billings tonight. Coach Hughes, what was the factors that you had going into tonight's game against Billings?
You know, we talked about it all year, you know, that we've got to keep plugging in and doing our jobs. And, you know, I think that was probably one of the best games we played all year, if not the best game. You know, we kept to the game plan and we kept plugging, you know, and kind of scored some early and then kind of just put it away there at the end.
Just put it away there at the end. This Purdy team, they clubbed 15 hits so far, 10 runs. Did not allow a run for Billings, only allowed just 2 hits to Billings. I think just 3 base runners that you guys allowed. So what was the mentality? What was the chemicals that you were working with in the lab for Purdy?
You know, it starts on the mound. OCL is one of those guys that's just kind of a bulldog. He just gets up there and does what is asked of him. And, you know, tonight was probably the best game he's pitched at the high school level. And what you know, better time than tonight in the semifinals of the conference tournament, you know, and, you know, it just shows that we're pretty deep. I probably, at the beginning of the year, wouldn't have considered him to be in our top 2 or 3 guys, and he's proved me wrong and done his job on the mound and earned that start tonight. I mean, that wasn't a give me, he earned that over the last couple starts he's had throughout the year. So, and then, you know, just offensively, man, we hit the ball well, we hit it all over the field, you know, all the way up and down the lineup. I think everybody, you know, 8 of our 9 starters had a hit, so it was just huge for us.
That was huge for you guys, and now that mentality is going to have to come in about 24 hours from now. We're taking on 24-3 Cranes, so this is going to be round 3 between this Crane Purdy matchup that goes on in the SWCL Tournament Championship game. So in round 3 between Crane and Purdy, what's it going to be for you guys to knock off 24-3 Crane?
You know, we've just got to, you know, play good defense. We got to get, you know, good pitching, and you know, we've got to get timely hitting. And you know, I know that's cliche, but that's what we got to do. They're too good to show up and just win. We got to show up and beat them. I mean, there's no way that we're going to show up and just win tomorrow. They're not going to just lay over for us. They're going to play hard. They're going to do their jobs. Coach Harmon's going to do his job, and we just got to do a better job. And if we do a better job and they beat us, then that's okay. But if we make mistakes and beat ourselves, then we'll just have to go back to the drawing board and get ready for spring.
Is there any words you have to say to Coach John Craig of the Billings Wildcats? What would be your words to Coach Craig of the Billings Wildcats after that 10-0 loss they had to you guys?
Oh, he does a good job. I mean, we were, in my opinion, I don't know, the way we played tonight, I don't know if, we might even, been able to beat a major league team. No, but, he does a good job over there, and he keeps doing what he's doing. They're going to be just fine.
Appreciate the time, Coach Hughes. Congratulations on that win to get you guys to the championship. Let's go knock off Crane on tomorrow night.
All right, I appreciate you, Adam.
Coach Josh Hughes and OCL Aldaba tonight as the Purdy Eagles knock off the Billings Wildcats tonight by a final score of 10-0. Crane knocked off Galena by a score of 8-7. So it's round 3 of the SWCL championship between Crane and Purdy. One final time, I'm Adam Smith from the Ozark Sports Report saying from US Ballpark here in Ozark. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow.